These are all the deleted scenes from Family Guy Season 13, starting with the crossover episode, The Simpsons Guy, which originally had 7 cut moments. The story begins with Peter working on his comic strip. In one scrapped gag, Peter decides his latest drawing should be something guaranteed to offend the censors.
Peter, your comic in this morning's paper is really offensive.
Okay, almost done with this one. Oh boy, the censors are gonna go crazy over this one.
The comic quickly backfires, turning the entire town against the Griffins and leading to an angry mob outside their house. In the aired version, a brick comes flying through the window. In the deleted version, Peter tells the family he can't leave the house because he's expecting a delivery of a flaming trash can. And sure enough, a flaming trash can immediately smashes through the window.
Dad, I'm worried they're gonna hurt us.
No, they're angry, Chris, but they ain't gonna get violent. Oh, cool, that brick I ordered. Wait a minute, I didn't order this brick.
You know, she's right. We should get out of town till this all blows over.
All right. Oh, wait, if we do that, who's gonna sign for all our deliveries? I'm expecting a burning garbage can. Look bigger online.
As the Griffins flee town, another cut moment shows Stewie waking up in the car and amusing himself by spotting cows and mountains out the window.
All right, let's see. Cow, sun, cloud. And I'm just getting warmed up.
When they stop at a gas station, their car is stolen. A deleted gag here shows Peter complaining that he can't properly scratch himself anymore.
Ah, crap! Well, I gotta say, you never get to see somebody else driving your car. It's kinda cool. Kinda weird. Oh, crap, my keys were in that car! I need them for precision ball scratching!
Eventually, Peter and Homer meet and go to the police station to report the theft. The officers treat it casually, brushing the whole thing off. In a deleted exchange from this moment, Peter worries about where his family will stay, which leads Homer to warmly invite the Griffins to live with the Simpsons.
Jeez, what the hell am I gonna do now? I got no money, no car, and a whole family with nowhere to stay.
Well, I found if you get real drunk and disorderly, they let you sleep here.
Oh, that won't work. My baby has 4 beers, he passes out.
Well, then you can stay with us.
Hold on. What's in it for me?
We've got chairs.
You play hardball, sir. I'm in.
Homer was bluffing. There were no such chairs.
The final set of cut material comes during the larger crossover character interactions. In the aired version, the scene features the 2 town mayors, but in the deleted version, it's Seamus and the sea captain who bond while comparing their eye damage.
Yarr, what happened to your eye?
What happened to your eye?
You go first.
Okay, count to 3. 1, 2,
Squid.
Hey, Dr. Nick!
Hi, everybody.
I'm just one person.
In the Book of Joe, there were 3 deleted scenes. The episode opens with Joe hosting a pool party, and 2 of the cut gags take place here. In the first, Stewie dismissively remarks that there are far better things to do than waste time at Joe's pool party. In the aired version, this was replaced by taking a jab at Cleveland for soaking his feet in the water.
Look at Cleveland over there. He's obviously cleaning his feet in the pool without making it look like he's cleaning his feet in the pool.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good temp. I wonder if this temp is the same on my other foot. Oh, yeah. Sure is a good day for it. Good day for these wet paintbrushes, too. Is the pool too warm for paintbrushes?
I'm glad we were invited. This actually got me out of the performance I was supposed to do today.
Yes. Yes. Well, I should. Yes. Who? Who is on first? That's the man's name. Yes. That's it. Yes.
Another deleted moment from the same setting shows Peter and Chris dripping wet from the pool as they casually pick food from the buffet, leaving puddles everywhere.
All right, Chris, enough swimming. Let's get out of the pool without drying off and hang out by the food table. These chlorine Doritos are my favorite.
I like these soggy cheese doodles.
Come on, don't be shy. Drip right in the dip. People want to taste your body water.
Later, when no one wants to hear Joe read his own book, Peter takes over and manages to win over the crowd, much to Joe's frustration. In a deleted scene that follows, Joe rolls outside the drunken clam and accidentally crushes a squirrel with his wheelchair. The squirrel is still clinging to life, and Joe tries to motivate it with one of his inspirational speeches. Instead of feeling uplifted, the poor squirrel takes its own life, a pitch-black gag that was completely cut from the final episode.
It's all right, little buddy, there's hope. Let me tell you the story of another squirrel that... I wish I had his balls.
In the 2,000-year-old version, there were 6 deleted scenes. The episode begins with the Griffins visiting the mall before Christmas. In the first cut gag, Stewie comments that he enjoys going to malls, where you can choose between sitting on the lap of a white Santa or a black Santa.
Ugh, mall food courts are so depressing. You can always tell which fathers are disappointed in their sons because they eat lunch with their coats still on.
How's that food, dum-dum? Too bad eating ain't math, because then I'd have something to be proud of.
I want to go live with Mom.
I know. So do I.
Yeah, this place is all right, but I prefer the malls where you have the choice of a white or a black Santa.
Ho, ho, ho!
Hey!
Another scrap moment from the mall shows Lois deciding to take the stairs, only to be horrified when she discovers 2 homeless men eating each other.
Ugh, the elevator's taking forever. I'm just gonna use the stairs. There were 2 homeless people eating each other in there.
The story shifts when Peter and Lois meet Jesus, who soon starts spending time with Peter and the guys. They discover he's still a virgin, and the group takes it upon themselves to help him lose his innocence. At a bar, Jesus tries out pickup lines on women. 2 separate introductions were deleted. In one, his opening line falls completely flat, and in another, he makes one final desperate attempt to score a date, but fails just as badly.
Hey, I'd like to ride your ass into Jerusalem.
Okay, Jesus, it's 3 a.m. So any woman still in here wants to bone anything not covered in vomit.
The key is to pick the woman with the most fruit in her drink. She wants attention the most.
There's one drinking out of a watermelon.
Hey, nice Donald Duck sweatshirt. I'm Jesus.
I'm Colleen.
Did you spill your drink?
No, I'm lactating. This happens every time I hear my baby cry from the car.
And you have a lovely evening.
Later, Lois takes it upon herself to help Jesus find a better match. But things take a turn when Jesus admits he's fallen for Lois and wants her to be the one to take his virginity. Peter, surprisingly supportive, convinces Lois to agree to what he calls a noble deed. A deleted extended moment from this arc shows Stewie mercilessly mocking Brian for failing to stop Lois from going through with it.
Boy, this must be killing you. You're an atheist, and the one guy you don't believe in is getting to bang the woman of your dreams.
You know what? I don't have to sit here and take this. I'm out of here.
Boy, this must be killing you. You're an atheist, and the one guy you don't believe in is getting to bang the woman of your dreams.
Oh, is he banging knowledge and reason and science? Because those are my 3 best gals.
Don't forget your 4th best gal, Chris's old stuffed rocking horse.
What happened to Bronco Billy?
In the end, Peter manages to stop Lois and Jesus before anything actually happens, and the next morning the family celebrates Christmas together. In the aired version, the gift exchange is quick, but in the deleted sequence, Meg finally gets a moment of happiness as she beams over receiving her gift.
Wow, there's something in it this year.
Settle down, Meg. It's the upstairs bathroom trash.
In Stewie, Chris, and Brian's excellent adventure, there were 5 deleted scenes. The episode begins with Chris coming home from school carrying a note from Principal Shepard. In a deleted moment when Chris first walks through the door, Lois asks him why he's late, and Chris explains himself before handing over the note.
School ended hours ago.
Sorry, I got held up. Come on, change!
Chris is told that in order to pass 9th grade, he has to finally succeed in his history class. Feeling sorry for him, Stewie and Brian decide to help. In a deleted scene from this setup, Stewie warns Chris that he has a lot to learn in a very short time, comparing it to the lives of fruit flies. In the aired version, this line was replaced with a Jesus cutaway instead.
You are?
Yes, and there's so much to learn. For example, did you know that Jesus didn't really die on the cross?
So what was the cause of death?
Cocaine and severe trauma to the colon.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see those forms.
Yes, and you should pay close attention. You've got a lot to learn in a short amount of time, like a fruit fly.
All right, son, I'm your dad, there's your mom, this is your house, you like fruit, and we're all dead.
During their time-traveling adventure, an entire history sequence was cut. In this scrapped gag, the group visits the Teapot Dome scandal, where Brian pretends to know everything about the event, only to be quickly exposed as clueless.
Now, Chris, this is very exciting. Right through those doors are the hearings for the Teapot Dome scandal.
Ooh, Teapot Dome, heavy stuff. Chris, this is one of those things where you have to be there.
Really, Brian? Why don't you explain to Chris what the Teapot Dome scandal was?
No, just let him watch, you know? You don't want this old dog to get in the way. This is juicy stuff.
No, I mean, I'm just saying you know all this juicy stuff, so why don't you cut him off a piece and serve it up?
Well, I mean, you can't take pieces, you know? It's very complex. You have to take the whole scandal.
You don't even know what country we're in.
Of course I do. We're in the United States?
Okay, what's the year?
I'd say pre-Boardwalk Empire, post-Game of Thrones.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you the year. 1922. Who's the president?
Oh, I tripped.
Another deleted scene comes during their trip to the Deep South, where Stewie wanders off, saying he's searching for a disciple, a surreal aside that never aired.
There's only one rule here at Peach Blossom Plantation, Stewie. Courtesy.
Well, I got a confession to make, Daddy Johnson. I got a hankering for some mischief.
Well, now that's in direct conflict with the rule.
My rule is honesty. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But it don't mean I doesn't love you, Daddy Johnson.
Oh, Stewie, you done gone and buried your way into my heart like a field mouse. But I still gots to discipline you.
Should I strip to my ankles, Daddy Johnson?
I was just gonna give you a talking to, but yeah, just shoes and socks, Stewie.
I like the South.
We got different ways than they do up north, but it seems to work for everyone.
The final deleted moment comes during their Titanic adventure. Brian explains the details of the disaster to Chris, but Stewie can't resist needling him about how wrong he was earlier during the Teapot Dome scandal.
Chris, we've got to get off this boat. The Titanic was one of the biggest disasters in history.
Well, if you're so worried, why don't you alert the crew and save everyone?
Chris, we've got to get off this boat. The Titanic was one of the biggest disasters in history.
Oh? Would you say it was a bigger disaster than the Teapot Dome scandal, Brian?
The point is, this boat is gonna sink.
In Quagmire's Mom, there were 4 deleted scenes. The first comes early in the episode when Meg asks Peter for a check to cover her field trip. Peter casually tells her all his checks are fake. When Lois presses him on where checks even come from, Peter confidently insists they're grown on a farm.
What the hell, Lois? Why don't I have a real checkbook?
Peter, where do checks come from?
When a mommy and daddy love each other?
That's why. Peter, where do you get checkbooks from?
The farm?
Later, Peter learns at the bank that his real first name is actually Justin. Believing Justin is a much cooler persona, he changes his personality completely and throws a wild house party. During this sequence, Quagmire introduces Kira to Peter. In a deleted moment, Kira jokes that if she gets drunk enough, she'll end up making out with another girl.
Kira! You totally rock for bringing those. Kira! You totally rock for bringing those.
Yeah, don't let me drink all of them. I'll make out with another girl.
Yeah, and pee everywhere, like on me and stuff. Come on!
The story escalates when Quagmire is charged with being with an underage girl. In a cut gag from his courtroom trial, Quagmire's lawyer calls Peter to the stand. Peter whispers to Lois that he feels confident testifying, proudly crediting the confidence he got from a black woman.
All right, people, we're ready to commence this sentencing hearing. Is the defense ready to call its first character witness?
We are, Your Honor. The defense calls Peter Griffin.
Good luck, Peter.
Don't worry, Lois. It's all about confidence. I learned that from a confident black woman in a Cadillac. Excuse me, miss, do you know how to get to Faneuil Hall?
You got it!
What do I have?
That's right!
What's right? I still have no idea how to get there. Please, I have a meeting.
You get yours, baby!
And that's exactly what I did.
Finally, when none of Quagmire's friends can provide convincing statements in his defense, Quagmire breaks down and speaks from the heart about his childhood. In one deleted scene, he bizarrely claims that Stephen Hawking first got his inspiration for the theory of black holes from Quagmire's mom.
She even had a fling with Stephen Hawking. In fact, he credits her as the inspiration for his theory on black holes.
I believe there is a force that sucks everything in its path. It swallows objects whole and never ever spits them out, not even a dribble. It can take on planet after planet after planet and still have infinite room for more. It welcomes the challenge of light and dark matter alike.
Dr. Hawking, when did you discover this force?
In a bathroom at the beach.
In Stewie Eans, there were 5 deleted scenes. The episode begins with Peter and the gang watching viral videos on the news and deciding to make their own. In an extended cut from this sequence, Joe isn't even allowed to admit to anyone that he participated in the video, leaving him sulking on the sideline.
All right.
Let's do it!
Awesome! Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be in it, Joe. I thought while we filmed, we'd just keep all of our stuff on your lap. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be in it, Joe. I thought while we filmed, we'd just keep all of our stuff on your lap.
As long as I'm a part of it.
And I don't want you telling people you were a part of it.
It still sounds like fun.
It won't be fun.
Meanwhile, Stewie feels Brian drifting away from him and begs him to spend more time together. In a deleted gag, Stewie proposes they bond by watching Meg eat an enormous plate of raw hamburger meat and then wash it all down with bathwater.
All right, have fun. I'm late.
Late? But I thought you and I could hang out and maybe watch Lois shush Peter while they watch Nashville.
Maybe another time, Stewie. All right, have fun. I'm late.
Late? But I thought you and I could stay in and watch Meg get ready for her bath. All right, she's got her scented candle, her bath salts, and now the heaping plate of barely cooked ground beef.
My God, she's using a lady's razor to push it into her mouth.
Yep, and now to wash it all down with a cup of fresh tub water.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't eat a small dinner either.
As Peter and the guys continue chasing internet fame, the Viral Video Awards unexpectedly go to Chris for his own clip. A deleted scene shows Chris being interviewed by Tom Tucker on the news, proudly basking in his moment of stardom.
And now I'm joined by local obese teenager and internet sensation, Chris Griffin. Chris, when did you first know you had to hustle?
Well, every street crossing for me is iffy.
Well, we're glad you're here and mouth-breathing with us today.
Hey, the way I go through a crosswalk, I guess I'm lucky to be anywhere.
Yeah, don't act like you're in on it.
Frustrated, Peter declares he's had enough of viral videos. In a cut moment, he complains that the internet is worthless except for Kate Upton floating in zero gravity, while Cleveland sits confused, admitting he has no idea what the internet even is.
Can't believe Chris gets 4 million hits just crossing the street.
I guess we were trying too hard.
Hey, I went by your house the other day. Is your baby pregnant?
I don't know. Lois is in charge of the kids. Who cares? The internet sucks anyway. Except for Kate Upton floating around in zero gravity.
I didn't care for it. Part of what's good about her boobs is knowing they're heavy.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the internet? Is that like a bug?
The final deleted scene comes at the end of the episode when Brian and Stewie ditch their mutant offspring at an animal shelter. Moments later, Jeffrey and Bruce stroll in and adopt the surviving baby.
Why did we bring them to a shelter instead of an adoption agency?
Less paperwork.
Yeah, this is for the best. I mean, I'm sure they'll be adopted.
I know these is kind of unusual, but we'll take whatever we can get.
In the episode Jolo, it had 6 cut moments. It all begins at the Drunken Clam, where Peter and the guys are killing time with the TV on in the background. In the deleted version, they end up watching a strange program called Sassy Sitcom Secretary in Real Life, a surreal parody that was dropped from the final cut.
We now return to Sassy Sitcom Secretary in Real Life.
Well, according to the research company, we need to find a way to make the product appeal more to men.
Too bad there's no men working here.
Hey Janine, come back here. Don't ever talk to your boss that way.
I was just trying to be funny.
This is a marketing firm. We're not here to tell jokes. You're fired.
Last week, she wanted me to pretend she was the head of the company because her parents were in town. Who does that?
Not long after, the gang notices a massive billboard for pudding and decide to investigate if it's real. In the aired version, this just sets up the usual gag, but in the deleted scene, Peter leans in and pretends to make out with one of the models on the sign, only to suddenly discover an abandoned child sitting inside the pudding bowl.
All right, there's no pudding, but there is a kid up here.
Don't hold him like that.
All right, there's no pudding, but there is a supermodel and we're making out.
Lucky dog.
Wait a minute, there's a kid up here.
Don't hold him like that.
Peter is later celebrated for his discovery and awarded the key to the city. Watching all of this attention, Joe becomes deeply jealous. He quits his job, leaves Bonnie, and spirals into frustration. In one deleted cutaway, Peter tries to reassure Lois that Joe will bounce back. just like Humpty Dumpty, which then cuts to Humpty proudly receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Ah, they'll be fine. He'll bounce back, just like Humpty Dumpty did after his fall.
My God, it's a miracle. You were able to put me back together again.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty simple procedure. Maybe next time go straight to a medical professional and skip the horses and illiterate servants.
Well, that is the last time I drink and masturbate on top of a high wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to accept the Lifetime Achievement Academy Award, Humpty Dumpty.
I am proud to be a part of Hollywood for 50 years.
I heard he raped Natalie Wood.
Joe's crisis continues when he suggests a trip to Niagara Falls, only to attempt to end his own life by jumping. This entire sequence originally had 3 deleted bits. In the first, right after Joe leaps, Peter solemnly says Joe died doing what he loved, violently drowning.
Well, at least he died doing what he loved. Violently drowning.
Then, after Joe is rescued, there's a cut gag where Peter clumsily trips over his own words, stopping himself mid-sentence to avoid saying black guy.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Your life could be worse. You could be a
Go ahead.
blanket.
I'm just a stupid old blanket. What a lousy life this is.
All right, you saved it.
And finally, Peter awkwardly tries to lift Joe's spirits by telling him to look on the bright side. At least he's not a bald high school kid.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Your life could be worse. You could be a bald high school kid.
I'm having trouble deciding what I want to do with my life.
Well, let's see what your options are. You can be a doctor no one respects, you could be a lawyer no one respects, you can be an architect no one respects.
Isn't there anything else?
You could be the 5th or 6th guy in line at a gangbang.
Oh, I'll do that.
In Take My Wife, there were 7 deleted scenes. The episode begins with the gang playing poker in the basement when Lois interrupts to announce a couple's trip to the Bahamas. In one cut gag from this moment, Quagmire perks up and says he's especially looking forward to seeing all the wives in bathing suit.
Wow, the Bahamas. I can't wait to get down there and dip my fingers in the water.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to nail a hotel masseuse and then watch Nanny McPhee in the room. So, when do we leave?
Wow, the Bahamas. I can't wait to get down there and dip my fingers in the water.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to see all your wives in bathing suits and then pretend I have to go back to the room to get something. So, when do we leave?
The next morning, everyone begins packing for the trip. In a deleted exchange, Peter and Joe compare the absurd amount of luggage they've each prepared, trying to outdo one another.
All right, I know most of you haven't traveled with me, but get ready to see a lot of airport elevators you didn't know existed. Boy, you guys sure packed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be gone a week.
Me, I travel light. Just 2 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and the machine that does the work of my large intestine.
We brought a machine that gives Lois orgasms.
Meanwhile, back at the Griffin house, Lois asks Carter to babysit the kids while they're away. Carter grows annoyed watching them spend all their time glued to their phones. In a deleted bit, his outburst of frustration ends up making Stewie lose his precious high score on Candy Crush, sending the baby into a meltdown.
Damn it, I tried 2 things that all kids love. Coffee and old seed packets. And all any of you can do is stare at those Game Boy machines. I'm sick of it. In fact, for the rest of the week, no more screens. I'm locking those things up. Damn it, I tried 2 things that all kids love. Coffee and old seed packets. And all any of you can do is stare at those Game Boy machines. I'm sick of it.
Come on, Grandpa, stop it. You made me miss my Candy Crush record. God.
When the couples finally arrive in the Bahamas, Peter discovers the trip isn't just a vacation. It's actually a couples counseling retreat. Furious, he tries to parasail off the island to escape, but in a deleted gag, his getaway attempt fails miserably.
No, you can't make me. I'll get hit with a coconut so I lose my memory of this. Ah! I remember everything. I was abused by my dad.
Sorry, Peter. We had to trick you guys or you wouldn't have come.
Well, you can't make me stay if I parasail out of here. Go, Tito! Oh, I forgot I took it off because I got scared.
Back at home, Carter decides to give the kids a taste of old school fun. One cut scene shows him stubbing his toe mid-performance of the Jack LaLanne workout song, angrily swearing in pain while trying to stay in character.
Bend to the left. Bend to the right. Get the big spring. Stretch the big spring. Stop to smoke. Get a big towel. Put it behind your neck. Tuck it in your shirt. Stub your toe. Shout a racial slur. Oh, slant tooth hat jockey.
That's not a real thing. So if you associated that with a certain race, you are a racist.
Meanwhile, on the island, tensions rise. In another scrapped moment, the local rebels complain about tourists wasting too much water on unnecessary toilet flushing, adding to the chaos of the retreat.
Every year we have to deal with you American tourists, stuffing your slob faces, taking video you'll never watch, and asking if I'm the Captain Phillips guy. I'm not! Every year we have to deal with you American tourists, stuffing your slob faces, taking video you'll never watch, and flushing the toilets way too much. The general rule is, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
I've literally never done one without the other.
The final deleted gag comes as everyone leaves the island. The group notices Cleveland's bag is unusually heavy. Cleveland then sheepishly admits it's because he cleaned up all the bathrooms at the resort.
What is in here?
The soap, the little tray the soap was on, and the sink.
And that wraps up today's look at these rare Family Guy deleted scenes. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more unseen content like this, let us know in the comments below. We're always listening. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow Family Guy fans, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. And hey, if there's a specific season or episode you'd like us to cover next, drop your requests in the comments. Your idea might be the focus of our next video.